students. Yesterday we were discussing about the topic that is standing wave in the closed organ pipes. Like we have discussed the standing wave and its modes of vibration, its harmonics, and also what is the equation for the standing wave, what is its properties, all these things, and what are the conditions for the nodes, antinodes, where we can obtain it in the case of stressed string and also in the case of closed organ pipe. So in case of stressed string, as there was the production of transverse standing wave, so in that case we have seen the different cases, and also yesterday we have discussed about the organ pipe. So the case of organ pipes in which waves that are progressive, that are propagating in forms of longitudinal waves, and there we have seen that due to the superposition of incident and reflected waves, a new types of wave that is formed, that is known as standing, and even its equations you have seen that is not progressive in nature. It means that if wave is not progressive, then wave is bound only within that medium. It is not progressive beyond that medium, and also we can obtain the wave only within that limit. So such types of waves are, you can see that are standing in that region, so that's why it is known as standing or stationary waves. So in closed organ pipe, in which one end of the organ pipe that was closed and other end that was open, and for that obviously at open end we cannot get to the displacement 0, because displacement will be 0 whenever there will be some boundary at which particles can stop to oscillate, or their displacement could be 0 there. So that's why at closed boundary only the displacement will be 0, but if there is open boundary, then for that displacement will be maximum. So in case of closed organ pipe at x is equal to 0, there we have taken closed boundary, there displacement was 0, and there we have got node for that. And at the another end, as there was open end, and there we have got always the maximum displacement or antinode point. In the same way, today let's discuss what is the case of the production of longitudinal standing wave in open organ pipe. Open organ pipe means if we have such types of instruments in which both of the ends of organ pipe that is open. So like this, if you see, this is just like the open organ pipe, means both of the ends there is open. In case of closed organ pipe, we have closed this piece. So suppose this is x is equal to 0 and length of this organ pipe that is L. So this end will be x is equal to L. Now from one end blow the air here, and due to blow of air, obviously air will travel, and within this string system it will continuously reflect back, and due to their reflection the wave that is generated in this types of system, that is also standing wave. So if you solve the formula for the resulting displacement of the superposition of two waves that are moving in this open organ pipe, then in the same manner that we have discussed in case of a string, we will get it, and the equation that is obtained, that is minus of 2r sin kx into cos omega t. So this equation we have got before that, and I think there is no confusion. Let one wave as an incident wave, this the displacement equation for that is y1 is equal to r sin omega t plus kx, and if the second wave that is reflecting from here, so in the case of reflection its direction will change, then equation will be r sin omega t minus kx first of all, and also the reflected wave, you know that there is the pi phase change that occurs between reflected and incident wave. So in that case the phase difference between that will be pi. So finally the y2 that will be r sin omega t minus kx plus pi. So if now you will join, or if these two waves are superimposing over each other, then due to their superposition we will get a new types of wave, that is stationary, and this resultant can be obtained with the help of superposition principle, that is y is equal to y1 plus y2. So you can solve it, and after solution we will get something like this. Here at place of y we have taken s. So this is as the displacement of the particles that are in the same direction, so that's why I have just denoted it by this. And here this term, this is the amplitude of the oscillation, and also in this term as we are seeing that there is no any progressive nature for the resultant wave, so that's why again we got here standing wave. So in case of a standing wave in open organ pipe, the formula this resultant displacement will be same, formula will be same. Now let's see what will be the condition for again first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic, and what types of the wave that will generate, what are the number of nodes, antinodes, what is their positions. So let's see them one by one. So first of all, as I told you that here as there is no any closed boundary, so that's why displacement will not be zero here, that will be maximum at both of the ends in this case. So if S is maximum at x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L, then using the concept you can understand easily what will be the value of sin kx, and with the help of that obviously if this value will be maximum when sin kx, that will be maximum. Clear? So if sin kx is maximum, it means that its value will be 1. So at x is equal to 0 you can take it, and x is equal to L if you will take it, then with the help of that we can derive derive the formula for here, and with the help of that you can write here sin sin 2 and pi actually we can write here. So directly let's take that and solve it. Then lambda that is obtained here, that is equal to 2L by N. So in the same manner that we have discussed before for the production of standing wave in string and production of standing wave in closed organ pipe, you can derive the function lambda, and it is depending on the harmonic number. Here we are seeing that again you can easily derive it with this help of these conditions. Here the two conditions are given, try to solve it and try to get it by yourself. This is just like a work for you. So as we have discussed already before it. So now if we have this lambda n, its value is equal to 2L by N for this condition, then now we can define what is the frequency of first harmonic, we can calculate what is frequency of second harmonic. So let's see them, that more important. This is the same way as we have done before. So first of all let's write it, this is 2L by N. Now let's start from first harmonic or fundamental mode of vibration, or you can also say it first mode of vibration. So in case of first harmonics, N is equal to 1 we have, and for N is equal to 1, lambda 1, this will be equal to 2L. It means that one complete wavelength we will get after 2L distance here. Simple sense is that within this length L we will get half of the wavelength, means half of the wave we will get. And also suppose here we have to just note this graph, then for the graphical representation, as at these 2 points this wave that will be always the displacement will be maximum. So the wave shape that is obtained, that will be something like this. So for fundamental mode we got some this types of picture or this types of waves in the open organ pipe. So as you can see that this is just the half wave that we have obtained. If you will complete it like this, then it will be complete wave. Clear? So there is no confusion I think in that section. So as here at both of the end always this wave will have maximum displacement. So later you can draw this as half of the wave only we are getting in the within the region L, and beyond it obviously the wave is not progressive, then we will not get any other wave. So that's why this wave diagram for first harmonic, that will be like this. So in this case we are seeing that here at two positions displacement are maximum and at one position displacement is 0. It means that this is the position of node and these are the positions of antinodes. So in this case we are getting two antinodes and one node. Clear? So for first harmonic we are getting, for n is equal to 1 we are getting one node. It means that in general we will discuss later, but still for antinodes we are getting two antinodes. Now let's see what is the vibration of first harmonic in case of open organ pipe. Suppose we have any open organ pipe and we have to produce some sound into it for the first harmonic, or we want to produce only two antinode, one node there. Then obviously you know that for the production of two antinode, one node, we need to produce the frequency of first harmonic here. So what will be the frequency? So we can calculate the frequency very easily with the help of velocity upon this lambda 1, and let's put the value of lambda 1, then this is v upon 2L. So if you just produce this frequency in the open organ pipe, then we will get first harmonics and this types of waves we will get for this. Clear? Next let's see for its second harmonic. For the second harmonic again n is equal to 2 we have, and if you put n is equal to 2 here, then lambda 2 that will be equal to this or equal to this. Clear? So it means that in complete this organ pipe we will get a complete rotation of wave. It means that a full wave that we will get in this boundary, as in the case of first harmonic we were getting only half of the wave, but here you will get full of the wave. So let's draw it again for the second harmonic. As at these two boundaries the displacement will be maximum, so you can draw it something like this. So this wave is now complete wave. You can see that this is completed, and in this manner you can also draw here the reflection wave. So this is the wave diagram for the second harmonic wave, in which we are getting a complete wave or complete lambda within the region 0 to L. Means within the region of organ pipe a complete wave that can be obtained for the second harmonic, for second mode of vibration. So here in this case we are getting that we have three antinode point. So three antinode point we have. So in this case three antinodes we are getting, and also you are seeing that here two nodes for zero displacements we are seeing that. So two nodes we have. So overall in system again we have got this types of system and this types of wave. Actually most important factor in all types of systems that we have studied, like the production of a standing wave in a string, production of a standing wave in closed organ pipe. So you have to see this wave representation, wave diagram there, and with the help of that you can understand which types of antinode and nodes can be formed there, what will be the frequency of harmonics there, and you will see that all have different frequencies and vibrations. That's why we always listen the music from different musical instruments in different manner always. So there is as there is not equal frequency, so definitely there will be some other musics that are from every musical instruments. So that's why there is always a difference in the musical instruments that we are using, as the property of them already that is different we have. So you can understand by these examples. That's why one by one I have just taken all the cases here. like for the transverse standing wave I have taken, and also for the longitudinal standing wave, and it's both of the cases we have taken here. As we have musical instrument based on these two processes, is mostly musical instruments where we are blowing the air that is open from both of the end. So in that case, if it is open, then we have to understand which types of waves can be formed in that case, and also for different harmonics, what is the vibration, what are the number of notes and antinodes. So in case of second harmonic, we have 2 notes and 3 antinodes in this case, and now this such types of waves will be formed there. And let's see what is the frequency of vibration in case of second harmonic. So again, frequency of vibration, that is given by velocity upon wavelength. So let's put the value here. This will be equal to V by L. So after solving it, you can see that what is the frequency that can be generated in case of second harmonic here. The third case that we have, let's see one again. That is third harmonic. So in case of third harmonics, n will be 3. So for n is equal to 3, what is lambda here? Lambda 3, that is equal to 2L by 3. Right? Or if you take this lambda, you can L, you can 3 by 2 lambda 3, or if you solve it, then we can write it lambda 3 plus lambda 3 by 2. So it means that in one complete length, or in the length of organ pipe that we have taken, there will be the production of this wavelength, means one complete wavelength and one half of the wavelength that will be produced. If you don't want to, means if you are not understanding how we can understand that within this length what is the wave or that is producing here, so you can factorize this in this way, and with the help of that you will understand it very easily. So within the length L, here we are seeing that a complete wavelength lambda we are getting, means on one complete rotation of wave we will get, and half of the extra rotation of the wave that will get. So overall we are getting 1.5 rotation of the wave within this system for the third harmonic. So let's draw it so that you will get clear. So if this is our organ pipe, and here this is x is equal to 0, this is x is equal to L, then for that, first of all, let's draw one complete wave. This is our one complete wave, and again just draw half of the wave. So here I don't have the space, but half of the wave I have just drawn. And now let's draw its reflection or the refracted wave. You can draw it. This will be like this. So in this case, here we are seeing that one complete wave we have, this from here to here. This is one complete wave, and this is half of the wave that we have got here. So in this case, at both of the end there will be some antinodes, and obviously here as the both of the ends are open, then we will get antinode. And what are the nodes here that we are getting? Yes, this is L. So here we are getting antinodes, obviously you can see that, and here nodes we are getting, that is this. So this is the point of zero displacement. There we are getting nodes, and this is the point of maximum displacement. There we are getting antinode. So you can see that for the third harmonic we are getting 4 antinodes and 3 nodes we are getting. So in general, as we have seen that for an first harmonic or n is equal to 1, we had 2 antinodes, 1 nodes. For n is equal to 2, we had 3 antinode, 2 nodes. For n is equal to 3, we have 4 antinode, 3 nodes. It means that the number of nodes, if you want to see in general, that is equal to n. So this is number of nodes that we are getting, and we are getting that for every harmonic 1 antinode is greater. So here the number of antinodes, that is n plus 1. So if you see, this case is exactly like as we have studied the case of transverse standing wave in any string. So there we were getting same situation, and but only difference is that here both of the ends are open, there both of the ends were closed. So you can see that this is behaving just like as we have produced the wave there for the closed boundary, both of the boundaries were closed, there both of the boundaries are open, only production of waves will be different, means only here in this case maximum displacements are here, and in that case we got where both of the boundaries are closed, minimum displacement means zero displacement were there, clear? And now you can see also what is frequency of third harmonic. So frequency of third harmonic is velocity upon lambda 3, and if we will solve it, then this is equal to 3p upon 2l. So this is the frequency of third harmonic that we will get after solving it. So the next case that we have to study, before that here you can see that if this frequency that we have obtained for first, second, third and other harmonics, that is in terms of fundamental frequency or fundamental mode of vibration, like nu1. So the value of nu1 was v by 2l we had. So if you see here, then we can write it 3 into nu1. And in the same manner, if you see for the second harmonic, then you will get 2 into nu1, or for other harmonics. So it means that the harmonics that we are getting, or the other for simple other harmonics, we can in general write this nu n is equal to n times of nu1. So where nu1 is frequency of fundamental mode and n is number of harmonics here we are getting. It means that for nu2 we will get 2 nu1, for nu3 we will get 3 nu3 and so on. Sorry, 3 nu1 and so on. So it means that we are seeing that overtone means the modes or sound frequency of sound that we are getting in the multiplication. So it means multiple times we are seeing the single fundamental frequency there. So in that case we hear the different sounds if different modes are producing there, because the multiple times of fundamental frequencies we can see here. So in that case we can produce the strong music and soft music according to that, means according if you have to increase the intensity of music, or in that case you can increase here simple overtone of it. So overtone is nothing, it is only to increase the mode of vibration. So if there is any increment in the mode of vibration, then according to that we get different frequency or multiple of frequency, that is called the overtone here. So today we have discussed the case of open organ pipe, and already we have discussed closed organ pipe and other factors. So I think the application of superposition principle, that is clear. First application that we have used to understand, to explain the concept of standing wave or stationary wave that is forming in our musical instruments and other devices like we are using there. So in that case what will be frequency, other factors, with the help of superposition principle we can understand it. So this is the application of the superposition principle. Second application we have, that is beat. So let's see the second concept that we have to study here, that is the concept of beat. So beats are, first of all, what is beat? If we take two, suppose that two waves we are taking only, here we are going to use again superposition principle. So if we are taking two waves that are propagating in the medium and they have equal amplitude and nearly equal frequency, there are some conditions. If the two waves have equal amplitude and nearly equal frequencies, then in that case, if those two waves are superimposed over each other, then after their superposition, the distribution of intensity that is taking place means at some points we are getting maximum intensity and at some points we are getting minimum intensity, means a maximum minimum intensity distribution in the system we are seeing that if such types of waves are going to superimpose over each other. So this phenomena is known as beats, means production of maximum minimum intensity, that is known as beats here. So that's why we call sometimes we call this word beats while we are listening musics there. So you don't know what is the meaning of beats there exactly. The beats meaning is that we are producing the different intensity sound there, means at some point intensity is maximum, at some point intensity is minimum. So alternate and maximum minimum intensity pattern we are getting in the case of beats here. So for the production of beats, first of all the conditions that are compulsory, that is the amplitude of the two waves that should be equal, and also their frequencies difference should not be greater than 10. So first I think the concept of beat, that is clear. First of all, this is also superposition. Here we are seeing that if two or more waves that have equal amplitude and nearly same frequency, if they are going to superimpose over each other, then after their superposition the resulting wave that has some different properties, that is the redistribution of intensity is taking place is there, means at some point intensity is maximum we obtain and some points we are minimum intensity we are getting, means alternate maximum minima here we are getting. So the maximum intensity point you can call it maxima, the minimum intensity point you can call it minima here also. And actually the difference in frequencies, that is known as the frequency of beats. Like suppose we have some example, if a wave of frequency 256 Hz that and 260 Hz, that is reaching to our ear, and now we are listening these two musics at one time, means simultaneously we are listening. So here the difference between these two musics that are only 4 Hz, and you can say that here 4 Hz frequency that is producing. So here this difference is not very greater, means if we are here also supposing that these two waves are they are of same amplitude and their frequency difference is very small, then if these two waves are reaching to our ear, then we are listening the music of intensity or of frequency, exactly the average frequency that our ears that is listening. Why? Actually reason is that these two waves get superimposed over each other, and due to their superposition the intensity distribution is taking place, means we are listening some of the greater music or at some point and some of the smaller intensity music at some point. So as an average if you see that, means at some points we are getting obviously the greater intensity, at some points we are getting lower intensity. So if average you will take, then this will be 258 Hz. So I think the concept of here that is clear. Later I will tell you why we have to take the difference in frequencies less than 10. What will be if we will take it greater than, the difference will that will be greater than 10, then what is the problems there. So first of all, this is the frequency of the beat here. Frequency of beat is only simply if you will take the difference between these two frequencies, then it will provide us frequency of beat. Now what is the reason to take the difference below the 10 Hz here? Because we know that our persistence of air, the hearing, that is 1/10 seconds. So if suppose that one wave is reaching of this frequency, one wave is reaching to our ears, and simultaneously other wave is also reaching to our ear, and here we are seeing that 4 Hz that frequency is producing here, and if you can see that this 4 Hz that is less than, if you take the time here to travel, so this is less than 1/10 second. It means that our ears cannot distinguish these two vibrations, these two frequencies, so it will hear both of the frequencies simultaneously, and as an average, as the superposition of them, it will hear. It cannot distinguish that these are two frequencies that are coming to our ear. So this is the reason, because if you will take the frequencies less than 10 Hz, then there will be always, due to our persistence of ear, our ears cannot distinguish these waves, and at that time we will feel the greater intensity or such types of beats phenomena we will see there. So that's why for the beat phenomena we have to take always two different frequencies, and their difference should be very slight, means less than 10 hertz. That will be that should be. After that, the beat phenomena that we can hear for our eyes, means it means that, sorry, for our ears. So it means that for the musical instruments, whenever we are producing beats there, then if two frequencies we are producing and we want to generate the beats, it means that we want to generate maximum and minimum intensity, then means we just want to make to listen the uh, listeners to different beats for our. So we need to produce the two frequencies that should be difference, there should be the difference between the frequencies that should be less than always 10 hertz. So if you are able to produce such types of music, such types of vibrations that have the difference of frequencies less than 10 hertz, then that time the beat phenomena will take place and we will be able to produce the beats there in our musical instruments. So this is the process that we are using for the production of beats here. So I think the concept and why we are taking the slight difference in the frequencies, that is clear to you. If there will be greater frequency, then definitely our ears will distinguish them, and in that case we will not listen any greater intensity or lower intensity point. So beat phenomena we will not listen that time. So that's why you can, means you are not, beats is actually, beat phenomena is going on there also, but our ears can be distinguish them. So that time we will not feel the beat phenomena. So for that case the difference in frequencies should be always less than 10 hertz. So if these factors are clear, then let's end the chapter here. In next cases we will see how the formation of beats that are taking places in any system, and I think whatever we have discussed, that is clear. So let's end it here. In next class we will discuss the rest of the things. Thank you.